So Ralph, let's have a look at what's going on in the engineering desk then, where the magic happens.
This is where the magic happens. Okay, this is the place where it all goes through the mic amps. It comes out into the mics, out through the mic preamps, into the desk for monitoring. Then it goes to the A to D converters, and they go to the computer. And I'm running Logic. I do have Pro Tools as well, but most of the time we run Logic here because it's a songwriter, producer-friendly program. We've got monitoring, selection and monitoring in here. We've got acoustically treated rooms, so it sounds nice in here, and you can mix in here. That's about it, really.
I understand. I know. Obviously, we've got a bit of history together, and I know you're quite into collecting some decent mics as well.
I am.
So you have some. You know, what are you finding best for drum mics?
Well, funnily enough, for drum mics, I find that the best results I've got in general are more down-to-earth, modest mics.
Right.
I don't need real big posh mics. I've got some, but I don't tend to use the really big valve condensers on drums unless I want a specific sound. So the mics I use are a D112 on the bass drum. Sometimes I also alternatively or add a Neumann FET 47. Now that is quite a posh mic. It's lovely, depending on what you want, but the D112 will take care of most things. That's the egg-shaped mic. On snare I'm using a 57 on the top, Shure SM57. I don't like under snare mics, so I don't bother with it, but some people do. On the hats I've got a Neumann KM84, vintage one. It's beautiful. They're lovely mics. On the toms, on the top tom, it's a Sennheiser 421. They're just those kind of long black mics. They're great, nice dynamic mic. On the floor tom I've got a D112, another bass drum mic which I use, and I just love that. On the overheads, a pair of Calrec pencil mics by Hebden Sound. They're like the continuation of the Calrec heritage. Really nice mics, relatively inexpensive, and they sound great. So I've got all those, and the key to all of it is having great mic preamps. It's taken me a long time to build up my collection because they cost a fortune, but they're great. So I've got some fantastic things. On the kick and snare I use vintage Calrecs, which are beautiful. I've also got some handmade Bailey custom-made preamps which are absolutely fantastic. There's a Neve 1081 with EQ. There's a Vintech Audio, which is a copy of Neve 1073s. There's an actual 1073, straight in and out, no EQ. And on the right there is a DW Fern valve pre, which is fantastic. And then my new babies are these two new API 512s plus EQs. So that gets it all sounding nice and fat and juicy. And once you get pretty much any mic into those, it's easy.
Do you find now with the session drummers they need to have a good understanding of their mics and how to get good sounds?
I think it helps. You know, I really genuinely think it helps. It's important to find out about stuff. And when I started, I didn't know anything about it. So I started reading magazines like Sound on Sound, EQ, all those kind of things are really good. And you start to learn about it. And it helps because if you understand how the mics work, how the pre's, EQs, processing works, it helps you to get a better sound, definitely.